Octocil is one of the best medicaments in the market to kill internal parasites. The more difficult parasites to kill, it's like Spironuclei and hexamita, and Octocil, it's 100% guarantee he kills. But it's important to know they have a cycle of life of 2 weeks, so you need to make minimum 2 treatments for kill all that kind of parasites. Also, it's important to know the organic material in your filtration, in your aquarium must be few. You must have the filters clean. You must have the aquarium clean to make Octocil, because it's going to be 6 days without change of water, and just put a few food to the fish eating, and don't go to the filters, because it's more organic material, and it's bad. It's bad for the fish. It's bad for the quality of the water. It's bad for all aquarium. So also, like I have speak many times, when a fish is sick, is thin, it's not Octocil who's gonna make a miracle and the fish will survive. We must have attention every day and check all the fish, if they are eating, if they are strong, if they are not start to be thin, if they fighting, if they are not in the back of the aquarium alone. So check, looking, observation is everything in this hobby, like the water, like the food, and like to buy high quality fish who have passed for all of these quarantines with Octocil, Levamicil and Bilocil. Don't buy fish because they are cheaper, because you're gonna have problems. When the people ask why our fish are more expensive, it's very easy to explain. We use many liters of these medicines in our fish in Amazon and also in Portugal. And it's a big coast, but the fish are strong, the fish eating everything. So it's easy to understand why they are more expensive. So people want to buy cheap fish, but they're gonna have problem and they need to buy medicaments, and I think the fish will be more expensive than buy a good, and can be expensive, but is a warranty fish come from St. Discus to your aquarium and don't give you any more problems, because problems we have every day. We don't want more problems because some of the fish we put in aquarium, that is to have pleasure, that is our hobby. So buy fish well quarantined, healthy, and eating if possible dry fruit. That is what we recommend. Thank you guys, and Happy New Year 2023 with health and good discourse in your house. Thank you. So guys, I'm gonna start reply all your questions, and I start with the stew. So when the fish not eating, it's better we don't feeding them during the treatment for many reasons, and one of them is the treatment, like most of them, made a lot of stress in the fish. So it's better don't give food during the treatment. Yes, Stu. Octocil kills the bacterials of the filtration. Most of the medicaments do that, so you have to be attention during the treatment how is nitrate and ammonia. If you have a pH with 5.5 until 6.5, ammonia is not a problem. You can have 2 milligrams by liter, 2 milligrams by liter of ammonia, and it's not toxic, it's not poison for the fish. So we recommend to make Octocil with a low pH. And yes, we just made one time Octocil in the first day. It's like we made. Kurt, about your question, you need to make 4 milligrams for 20 gallons. It's what Manaus Aquarium recommend, it's how we made. Don't put more medicaments because don't make better for the fish. Just need to use the quantity correct of medicament, and that is 4 milligrams for 20 gallons. And for what you say, it's no problem with other kind of fish. José Penas, yes, the nitrificant bacteria, yes, it kills most of them. So what we recommend is use a pH like 5.5 until 6.5 and make the Octocil in this kind of pH, and there's no danger for the fish. We recommend you use for more than 8 years and never have problems in this way. So we down all the time a little more pH to make the Octocil. You can make some ammonia, but after the treatments for 6 days, well, you need just to put some carbon, change the water, and after 1 week all the bacteria start grow up again, and it's no problem. You can make again the treatment after 1 week when we stabilize your aquarium. So it's like we made. It's easy. Ernesto Perez. Well, we recommend to make Octocil in the small tanks, in the hospital tank. First, because perhaps just one fish in the community tank have a problem, and we can take out and put in a hospital tank, smaller, so you don't need to use many medicaments. It's expensive, and you can make just for the quantity of that quantity of water in this hospital tank, the Octocil, and this is much better. It's much better because if you make in a community tank, well, all the fish gonna take the medicaments, and perhaps it's not necessary. So we recommend to make in a quarantine tank, a hospital tank, small one with 100 liters, for example, with a sponge filter, well, with cold water, of course, and a low pH, and control all the time the ammonia. William Who? Well, it's Octocil. It's not metronidazole. Okay, so Octocil it's mixed with other medicaments, and well, it's much better than metronidazole, in my opinion. I use metronidazole for a long time, many years ago, and I cannot compare the results with Octocil. Octocil is really much better, and yes, it's mixed with other medicaments, and it's impossible to compare with metronidazole. So it's my opinion and my knowledge, my experience. Vin, let's see, when I say to down the pH to 5.5 until 6.5, because ammonia can happen in your aquarium, depends. In many cases, the nitrate and ammonia up and kills a lot of bacteria. But I have experience, and some people and some customers who have Octocil and use Octocil don't have any kind of problem in the filtration. I think here the most important is the filtration. If you have a good filtration, for example, if you have two filters, you can stop one and just put the other working, and the other put in another aquarium for no kill bacteria. And when you finish the medicine in the aquarium after the 6 days, you can put the two filters again. So we have customers who have a really strong filtration and old water, and no problems with ammonia. Others, and us also, we have ammonia, but without the pH, so it's no danger for the fish. William, yes, I believe you have used many medicaments. Me either. I work with fish for a long time, and I use a lot of kind of medicaments. I think I have tested most of them, and in the last 8 years, Octocil is how we make the quarantines in Amazon, also when they arrive to Portugal. So we advise Octocil because it's a really good medicament, and we cannot compare it with others. So it's my knowledge, and it's what I think about Octocil. Of course, it's the better for hexamita and Spironuclei, well, some kind of parasites the discos and the wild discos have. William King, well, Manaus Aquarium can say to give food for the fish. The problem here, when you make the Octocil, the problem here is if you give food to the fish, and if you don't have a strong filtration, well, it can be worse, because ammonia can up and can have levels like 5 milligrams per liters. It's not danger if you have a pH 5.5, but for example, if you have a pH 6.6, 6.7, can be danger the ammonia. So usually we give a small quantity of flakes or grains. Yes, we feeding, but in a small quantity when we use the Octocil. Or in some case, and some customers who don't have a good filtration, it's better the fish don't eating during that 6 days. So depends of the filtration, but of course if you give food and feeding during the treatment, it's better, but in the small quantities. That is my advice. Jake, how we use? So I have replied for one of the questions, and it's 4 milliliters for 20 gallons. And well, you have this medicament, Octocil, and we use and we recommend Bilocil and Levanicil. Is the 3 medicaments we use to make the quarantines in Brazil, and then when we import the fish to Portugal. So it's the best medicaments I have seen in the market, and because that we selling them and we using them here in Portugal and also in Brazil during the quarantines. So I recommend you have Octocil, Bilocil and Levanicil. They are really good. Tammy, what made these products better than the others? Well, I think it's all they put in Octocil. So the mix of different kind of ligaments works very well, much better than metronidazole, in my opinion, of course, in my experience, of course. So I have used metronidazole, but don't work so well like Octocil. That is my opinion. Frank, you don't need to close the lights, and you don't need to up the temperature. We made most of the time with 26, 27 degrees, and it's like also Manaus Aquarium recommends. So you don't need to up the temperature or stop the lights during the treatment. Of course, the treatment Octocil makes stress for the fish, so don't put so many hours the lights working, because the fish are in stress with the medicament. So turn off the lights more hours. I think is much better. Michael, about the size of the fish. Well, I never have made Octocil to small fish. The minimum size is more or less 5 centimeters. I have made the Octocil, but the fries, I don't know, if he's not too strong, but it's something I want to try, and but for now I cannot speaking about. With 5 centimeters, yes, I have made and no kind of problems, so you can also do it. Ricky, no, you don't have problems with acrylic, the glass, plexiglass, no problems, so you can use. It's not like blue methylene or green malachite. No, it's not like that. So you can test, you can use. You don't gonna have problem in your tank. Okay, Ricky? Juliana Cruzado. Well, it's a good question, but I don't know. Ask to that question because I don't use the SICAM Prime. So I don't know, but I think it's better made just Octocil without other kinds of a conditioner for water or something else. So I think you can make SICAM Prime, and after 24 hours or 48 hours, yes, you can make the Octocil with no problems and no change the water during that 6 days. That is very important. And just make the medicament 4 milligrams for 20 gallons in the first day and waiting 6 days. Ernesto Perez, no, don't change the pH. And how you know it's working? Well, I tell you, working well. Important to say is you need to make 2 times the medicament because the cycle of the life of most of the parasites, like hexamita, well, you need to make the two treatments because the cycle of life is 15 days. So 2 weeks is the cycle of life of the parasites. In the first treatment, yes, you kill the parasites. The second, after 14 days, the second treatment with Octocil also kill some of the parasites who born again or still there, and kills also the eggs of the parasites. So the cycle of the life of these parasites, it's no more than 2 weeks. So it's important to make the Octocil 2 times, 6 days. Then you stop, you change water, you put some carbon, and after that, okay, so let's make the medicament again after 4, 5, 6 days, make the medicament again, and waiting more 6 days to the medicament made the best results. Juan Carlos Ramirez, yes, you just need to make the medicament in the first day, so don't put more medicaments in the next 6 days, just in the first day and waiting 6 days until made a change of water, okay, and half of the water, and put some carbon to take out all the medicaments in your tank. So just make 1 time, and that's enough. Carlos, yes, it's like I have said, you can use 4 milliliters for 20 gallons. It comes with a small cup to see the quantity, and then you can make, after remove all Octocil from your aquarium, you can make the Lifecycle like we use and we make here in Portugal when the fish arrive, and also when the fish arrive from the environment in Amazon. So we made Octocil 2 times, and then we made Lifecycle after more or less 1 week, and we repeat Lifecycle, and then we made Bilocil, and then we made all of them again. So we repeat the medicaments after the first 2 treatments. We repeat again for the fish be out of parasites. That's the way we made. Juan Carlos, I don't know when will be available in the United States, because it's not easy. This medicament to sell in the United States need a lot of permits, and you can use other medicaments like metronidazole, but is not the same. That's, I'm sure, what I'm speaking about. Vladimir, about your question, you found these 2 kinds of parasites after 1 week using Octocil. The point is, I don't know the cycle of life of these 2 parasites, and that is important to know. Anyway, for example, like I have speak about Spironuclei, hexamita, well, they have a cycle of life for 2 weeks. So when we use Octocil for minimum 2 times in each treatment, because the cycle of life for 2 weeks of these parasites, we repeat the treatment once again during the quarantines. For you, in your home, I think using 2 times in 2 weeks, that's enough. And you have one of the fish be crazy. I'm sure you have up of ammonia, and perhaps your pH is not so down, like is important to have in aquarium when the ammonia up, or the stress of the medicament made the fish be crazy. Is because it's important to make in a hospital tank, and no light, sometimes a little salt, 2 grams per liter, for example. It's something that can help if the fish starts to be crazy. But that is for sure a stress attack, or can be ammonia. Well, William King. Yes, we can put Octocil in the food, and to make that, you can use, for example, gel formula. Is something from tropical, and use with water, mix it and put in the frozen, and after that give to the fish. They eat very well, and you can make for one package like this 2 milliliters of Octocil and mix it. So you can use, because when the fish eating the medicament, can be Octocil or other one, is much better for the fish. Frank, no, it's not necessary to increase the temperature. Can stay at 26, 27. If you have a 28 or 29, you can use that temperature. It's not that problem. It's not a problem. Anyway, it's important. Don't have the light so much time, because, like I told, the light makes stress, and the medicament makes stress to the fish. So it's better you just use the light for no more than 2-3 hours, and that's enough. Tammy, yes, Octocil kills the cycle of the protozoarius, but it's important to say it takes 2 weeks, the cycle of this kind of parasites. So it's important to make 2 times the medicaments, and it's better, it's more strong, this medicament, that metronidazole. This is antibiotic, and well, if people making the correct way, for sure, they're gonna kill most of the internal parasites. And metronidazole many times don't do that. Lars, how are you, my friend? Well, like I say, 2 treatments it's important. The cycle of life is 2 weeks, and the first treatment, most of the parasites die, but also many survive, and also the eggs of the parasites still in the aquarium or inside the fish. So it's important make the second treatment, and sometimes do it once again. So it's not enough 1 treatment 2 times. Perhaps it's better after 1 week make again the 2 treatments, and that for sure finish with that kind of parasites. Line, Octocil we use for Wild Discus is the fish we have, and is the fish we sell. To snails and springs, I don't know, but some customers say the snails die, others don't die, so it's difficult to say if they kill them. So they have different experience, and it's difficult to say if they die, but I recommend to no use, because can happen a disaster and they can die. Michael, yes, we try to make a direct. It's possible we make a direct in the future. It's just the group invite me to make that. Anyway, the Octocil don't down or up the pH. Octocil kill bacterials, but also depends of the filtration. If it's a good filtration or a bad filtration, or if you have many fish in the aquarium and the quality of the water is not the best, and if the filters are a little dirty, so depend of many factors. Anyway, I think it's important to say if you have a fish skin and no eat, and it's not Octocil who's gonna put the fish okay, or the fish survive. It's important to see if the fish start be skinning. It's important to see if the fish don't eat and be in the back of the aquarium and don't come to the food, because something is wrong, and it's important in that moment and right now make Octocil. Don't do Octocil when the fish is like a leaf. It's very thin, because you can do nothing. The fish is gonna die. So Octocil is a really good medicament, but don't make miracles. David, for what we know, Octocil it's not good for that kind of fish. So I think it's better don't try. Anyway, we have customers once again who have used Octocil and the fish don't die, and other ones the fish die. So depends of the pH, depends of the filtration, and also depends of kind of fish you have in your aquarium. But to be more safety is better don't use Octocil, or take out this kind of fish, or take the fish who is with problems and you need to use Octocil for a hospital tank. You're gonna put few medicine, and you don't expand a lot of Octocil in a small aquarium. John, how are you? The lights, they are not important during the treatment. My advice is close the lights and just open 2-3 hours, no more, because the fish are in stress, like with other treatments, with other medicine. So open the lights in Wild Discus, in this case, will be worse. So it's better turn off the light and just using for 2-3 hours. Of course, it's not good for the plants, for the springs, and perhaps for other fish. But it's because I recommend to make Octocil all the time in the quarantine tank, hospital tank. You can expand so much Octocil and you don't kill other fish. I hope you understand. For the plants, of course, the light is important, but the light makes stress for the fish, so it's better just 2-3 hours no more. The temperature, 26, 27, that's enough. Sal, Carmona. Yes, it's a lot of medicaments in the market. We use in the quarantines the best ones, and for us, after we try most of the medicaments in the market, we understand, Manaus Aquarium have the best ones. So they are really good medicaments. So the best you can have in your home, it's Octocil, Levamisil and Bilocil. So the three are really important. Also, triple sal, when you put a new fish in an aquarium, can come with different bacterials and can be dangerous. Or manacil, when the fish don't eat, or have external parasites, Manasil is a really good to finish with that.